This moment is when some of the first beams tonight actually go into place that go over the tunnel that is really the lifeblood of our current, airside and landside terminal. So these beams will actually span the tunnel.
The big red crane, he came in, he picks the beam up and he sets it in place. Now that is the fun part for everybody, but it's also probably the easiest part for everybody. So what it is it's a 3-segmented beam, and we install the piece that's in the middle. And to make sure that that beam is continuous, there's several hundred bolts that have to go through that beam to make it secure, so that way it's not resting on the top of the APM station. So when that beam was set and those bolts were aligned, like with any project, nothing's ever perfect. And so that's where my iron workers come in, and they do their magic to actually kind of get the bolts. They have to slightly lift up, millimeters the beam up, the beam down to get it in place so that the beam slides through the gap.
That steel was fabricated across the river in Ambridge. This is a big deal. It's jobs for the people who are building it, and then as we open this thing, it's just going to be a whole new look for Pittsburgh.
But why we wanted to do it at night really was kind of as a safety approach. Is that beam weighs 100,000 pounds, and when we suspend it over top of the train, we're suspending it over top of what could have been an active situation, and we don't let anybody go underneath live loads, ever. And so we extended that down into the train. So really as a precautionary measure, we stopped the train short while we wanted to install that EPG over top of that gap.
This is really setting the entire foundations for the new terminal. And these actually specific beams, these steel girders, are actually going to span over our tunnels, so that our tunnels, which are the lifeblood of the new airport, our current airport, will remain operational throughout the project and then after the project.